Welcome back, guys. This past week was definitely a very hectic week for Nigerian football. We saw a number of things unraveling that actually trended. Coach Finidi resigning, which is definitely the biggest shocker. And then also on the side, Osimhen lashing out at Coach Finidi. We talked about that extensively, and I don't want to talk anymore about it because it pains me a lot, something like that happening. But thank goodness, we now know that there have been steps taken towards reconciliation from both parties on that ground. But Nigerians are definitely still waiting for a public apology from Osimhen on his live because it was where it all started when he did that outburst on his Instagram live. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Coach Finidi's resignation, which is the most important issue right now. Of course, it's no news that he has now tendered his resignation, even though the full content of the letter hasn't really been seen, by anyone because uh, he hasn't revealed that to anyone. He just wrote the letter and then submitted it to the office of the NFF's president, Alhaji Ibrahim Busso, in the package B section of the Abuja National Stadium, which is also the address that NFF currently resides at this moment. So quickly in this video, I just wanted to give some fine details regarding this resignation letter submitted by Coach Finidi. Of course, he has submitted it, so there's no question about whether he has tendered it or not. And confirmation has been received from at least two very credible parties. You heard in the last video, Colin Udo obviously saying that Finidi, Coach Finidi, told him himself on the phone call that he has tendered this resignation later. And then also the media officer for the Nigerian Super Eagles, Promise Sefoge, late last week. So Finidi actually tendered that resignation letter on Friday evening. That's according to an NFF official whose name, who wants to remain anonymous. This official confirmed that the General Secretary's office may have received it that Friday evening, but that just like the other members of the NFF, he has also traveled because of the Salah break that's going to end this Tuesday and has not really opened the letter to see what it's saying. The NFF's official also confirmed that the NFF are very likely not going to attend to this letter or open the letter, let alone read it, until after the Salah break. Salah break continues tomorrow, Tuesday, so that means technically when the NFF's officials are going to come back to office is on Wednesday, and that's when that letter is going to be opened to see the content of it. And this office official is also saying that there's still a possibility that the NFF might decide to reject or accept the resignation letter, depending on how they feel about the content of the letter. Even though this letter hasn't been made public in its entirety to Nigerians, but the very important part, which is the Finidi stating the reason why he had to step down, has been revealed. And what the gaffer said is that he has decided to resign because of the recent changes to the technical crew. He says that he believes it's time for him to step aside because they didn't have any conversation, he and the NFF, about unemployment of a certain foreign technical committee to head the Nigerian Super Eagles, that it was in no way told to him, that he's just hearing it. And then he felt that since the NFF decided to go that way, then obviously they didn't need his expertise for the job anymore. That's why he's throwing in the towel. But some other important part of this letter obviously has been circulating, and to be honest, it's a very, very emotional letter that Coach Finidi has written. He talks about things like he wishes Nigerian Super Eagles all the best in the future, that he will still be cheering and supporting the team, even though not under the capacity as the head coach. More details of this letter is definitely going to be unraveling from Wednesday when the Salah break has ended. And I'm sure that for the NFF's president, Alhaji Busso, it's going to be one of the first things that he attends to once work starts on Wednesday, because it's like the most important issue right now, and Nigerian Super Eagles needs a coach to head them right at this moment. If they do accept Finidi's resignation, then there's going to be the need to fill in that head coach position. And speaking of filling the head coach position, there's been a rumor right now that's been going around the media, NFF are currently also considering moving for Bryc, who's the current coach of the Cameroon side. And he has been in constant quarrels and fights with the Cameroon FA president, that's Samuel Eto'o. Only last month, he was dismissed from his role as the head coach of the Cameroon side because he had some disagreements with Samuel Eto'o, who later dismissed him. A few days later, he was called back to resume his job as the Cameroon head coach. So NFF, based on the report from this Dutch media, is saying that the NFF are looking to exploit this quarrel or crisis going on between the FA and the coach of the Cameroon side to actually lure Bryc to the Nigerian Super Eagles. When asked about links to the Nigerian Super Eagles head coach job, the Belgian tactician didn't deny the fact that he has had some courting from the Nigerian Football Federations regarding the head coach job. He maintains that he's still with Cameroon currently, and despite the issues here and there with the FA president, that's Samuel Eto'o, he is still focused on leading the Cameroonian team. Bryc has previously coached a number of club sides, including FC Eindhoven, Germinal Beerschot, and Mechelen KV, Al Fasili, etc. A number of clubs. But we'll see what happens in the next coming days. Of course, I mentioned on this channel that NFF's priority in terms of the next coach to employ has been Antonio Conceição, but they're trying to look at Bryc based on this report. The last gist, guys, let me let you know that Osimhen has broken silence for the first time since his rant about Coach Finidi on his Instagram live. Osimhen actually posted a number of Instagram stories, which I'm sure Nigerians rushed to view it to see if it's an apology, a public apology to Coach Finidi. But all our hearts were broken as, we just saw the fact that he posted Igalo's birthday, where he wished him happy birthday. He also posted pictures from when he was chilling with former Manchester United striker Louis Saha, and then Tony Elumelu, where he spent time with him. But we still await to see if it's something that Osimhen can do, come out publicly on his Instagram to apologize in a well-written statement to Coach Finidi. But that's the updates, guys. Thanks for sticking around to watch this one. Don't forget to like and share the video. React to any of the stories that you like. Stay tuned to the channel, more updates unraveling in the coming hours.